Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do a collective oracle and affirmations, a love oracle actually, for today. Today is Sunday. It is March 22nd, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It all might resonate, it all might not. It's affirmations. It's the Love Oracle. We got The Price of Love Oracle by Crystal Banner. You can find this at kaleidodope.com. She also has an Etsy shop. I looked at her website week before last. I keep hoping that she'll have a new deck, but I didn't see anything on there. We got one on the table. I just heard something is an illusion. Oh, okay. There we go. That's the illusion. We got two on the table. Let's do two more shuffles. I think that's two. So 4 cards on the table. I put my baseball cap on because my hair is a mess. I went to Walmart this morning to get a few things and did not wear the baseball cap and regretted it because my hair looks like all hell broke loose on my scalp. And it's not because, I could comb it for sure, but I don't think it would make it look any better. Oh my God. All right, we got 5 with bottom of the deck. We got Sade, friendship, money versus love, drama, and then bottom of the deck grief and sadness. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. So basically, somebody thought that they had a really good connection with somebody, a friendship with someone, and that whole thing was just an illusion. Because whoever this person is, this is someone that jumps from friend to friend based on the connection, based on the grass is greener, based on money versus love. Kind of like, what can I get out of this person? And if I can get more out of this person, then I'm going to leave this person to go towards that person. And it doesn't even need to be money. It doesn't even need to be love. It's energy, right? People will latch on to other people because they think they're higher vibrational. Um, and then turn around and be like, oh, wait a minute, you were higher vibration. Like, why did I leave you to go towards this person? I don't know. Because you're a turd? This creates drama. Okay. And sadness, grief and sadness. Um, and I don't, and I'm just going to be honest, not in all cases, but in some cases, I don't think this is one sided. If you have a friend that leaves you to go be friends with someone else, the bright new shiny toy, the grass is greener, right? Um, Typically people figure it out. Typically people realize, like, oh, this isn't better. This person isn't better than that other person. Like, why did I stop being friends with that person? Why did I stop hanging out with that person to go towards this person? They're not any better. They're not giving me more energy. They're not buying me anything. They're not spending as much time with me as I would have hoped. Like, it's it's not always one-sided, the grief, the sadness, cuz some people really pull shit like that and then realize, like, well, fuck. Why why did I do that? And don't get me wrong, there are some people that don't. There are some people that literally jump from person to person to person because they're just looking for new energy. They're just looking for a new source. That's it. So they don't really care, like, if somebody's buying them stuff, spending time with them. It's trying to latch on to somebody for energy. And this is so that they can um, build for themselves, right? Because they don't put off enough energy themselves, basically like energy vampire. Here's my thing, because if you follow, if you subscribe, you guys know that I had issues last year with the guy I fell in love with and my two friends, and now I don't really talk to them. The thing is I'm perfectly nice to them, like when I do have to interact with them, and I always will be, like I don't really have, like, I'm not really bitter about it, like I'm not going to say I was never bitter about it, but now I've gotten to the point where it's just like, okay, it was what it was, it was yet again another learning lesson for Kimberly Ann Brown. Don't trust every Tom, Dick, and Harry that you meet. Um, and again, this is just my perspective. I don't know their perspectives. They don't talk to me. I haven't talked to the one since like August, September. And the other one I haven't talked to since December, January, maybe somewhere in there. Um, and when I mean talk, I mean like talk, like a friendship conversation, actually talking to somebody about life and whatnot. Little tidbits here and there about work or communication about things going on at work. I don't really count that. That's not friendship. That's not conversation, That's probably more like gossip or just work talk, And again, I have quote unquote talked to all three of these people concerning work in the last probably month. Um, and I keep it simple. I don't get involved. I don't offer any information about myself. I don't ask about them. And it's not that I don't care. It's just that I don't need to know. They're no longer personally in my life. I just consider them all work colleagues. That's fine. I don't need to know anything about them, and I'm not going to tell them anything about myself. If they overhear something or somebody else tells them, oh well, you know. Um, and I've told you guys before, I've in the past not dealt with things the way I really should have, the way I really wanted to. So now when I get into these situations and I have to release people, I have to let people go because they're just not for me. And again, I'm not for them either, obviously. Um, I try not to get so in my feelings about it because I don't want to be angry and bitter about it. It is what it is. People come and go from your life. They're in your life for a reason, for a season, and they're gone. And that's fine. You just, as a human being, you need to figure out how to deal with that and release it, let it go, because there's no point in getting angry and bitter about it. It's not going to do you any good. It's not going to make it feel any better. It's not going to make it any easier. What makes it easier is just recognizing this is how it was supposed to be. See ya. And I know for some people out there that still aren't at that place yet in their journey, I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. I know I sound very blasé about it. I don't mean to be. And I don't think emotions and feelings should be discounted, right? And when things like this happen and I realize like I need to let somebody go, it's not that I'm not emotional about it. It's not that I'm not sad. It's not that I don't feel grief about it. It's just in the back of my mind, I know it's just the way it's supposed to be, you know? That's it. And I think, we talk about this all the time with friends. As you get older and older, you realize you don't need 50 friends. You don't need 20 friends. You don't even need 10 friends. As you get older, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. And not to sound like an a-hole, but the more friends you have, the more you open yourself up to drama, because you're taking on somebody else's life. You're involved in their life. When you're friends with them, you're taking on their life, their drama, their issues, good and bad, right? So every friend you have, you get this. You get this. You get this. You get this. It just gets easier as you get older to redefine those relationships and how important people are to you, what they are on the scale, and just realign all that so that it's easier for you. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to deal with that. I sure as hell don't want to deal with illusions, games, bull, you know? And I guess, again, kind of in reference to what happened last year with the 3 people at work, like I'm honest about who I am, and I don't usually play games. Like that's not at all what I'm about. So it's kind of funny because even with the 3 people, being the intuitive psychic that I am, like I know that they believe that, like, when I walked away from them, from each of them at different times, that they felt like I was playing some game, and it's not a game. Like when I walk away from somebody, when I give this up, when I let go and I let God, that's not a game, honey. That's literally me walking away. And I think it takes people that aren't healing, people that don't take accountability for their actions. I think it takes people a while to realize, like, oh shit, like she's really gone? Like she's really not coming back? Like she's really not going to chase me? No, no, I'm not. I didn't do that with a family member. I don't do that with friends. I didn't do that with the ex husband. I give you so many chances to get your act together in regards to our friendship, our relationship, our connection. And when I don't see it working, when I don't see any effort, when I don't see any accountability for one's actions and inactions, I fucking walk away. And again, the best way to do it is in silence. Just walk away. Stop talking to them. Stop hanging out with them. If it's a work colleague, don't have lunch with them. Don't go to break with them. Do your own thing. I would rather be alone. I would rather sit alone. I would rather be by myself. I am very comfortable in my skin. I am very comfortable being alone. I did it for many, many years before I met the ex-husband, and I've been doing it ever since my divorce. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying it, and again, I realize it takes a while for people to get the hang of it. Even, and I've told you guys this, and I just said it a few minutes ago. Like, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I do things that I regret. Sometimes I make a scene and I say shit aloud and to other people that I shouldn't say. But eventually I catch on and I relearn and I recognize, okay, maybe don't do that. Maybe just be quiet and leave, because that's the easiest. It really is the easiest. And honestly, it's the most peaceful for you. It's the most peaceful for you because you have that knowledge that, you gave people however many chances. You're done emotionally, mentally, physically. I'm walking away. And you can reason through all that information. You can heal from it. You can grow from it at your own pace and just keep on walking. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a fabulous Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Just an FYI for you guys, if you're a follower, if you're a subscriber, on Wednesday, I will be off on Wednesday. I have an appointment at the DMV because I got to get my license renewed for my birthday in June. Um, my appointment is at 10:30, so probably about 9 o'clock I'm going to leave the house to go because it's a drive. Um, I will do affirmations in the morning. I do not know if I'm going to be doing readings. I'm meeting my friend for dinner because we're going to go over some plans for some stuff we want to do this summer together. Um, so I don't know that I will be doing readings on Wednesday. However, like I said, I'm going to do affirmations and I'm probably going to do like a witchy Wednesday, I think. Yeah, that's the plan. So just letting you guys know ahead of time so you guys know. Again, have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.